Welcome back to Action 2 News at 6. We are beginning Flood Safety Awareness Week in Wisconsin. Emergency officials say knowing what to do during a flood can help you stay safe. Floodwaters we know can rise quickly, and the decisions you make in those moments can be crucial. Elise Noe in the newsroom with reminders on how to respond when flooding happens. Elise?
Yeah, Chris, emergency management officials in Brown County say the first step during a flood event is to stay informed. Paying attention to weather alerts and emergency notifications can help you know whether it's safer to evacuate or to shelter in place. They also stress the importance of never walking or driving through flooded areas if you become trapped or need help. Emergency officials say to call for assistance and follow guidance from local authorities. Even small amounts of moving water can be dangerous, and flooded roadways can hide damage or debris underneath the surface.
6 inches of water can sweep a moving person away. 11 inches, 12 inches of water can sweep a moving vehicle away. And you just don't know if a roadway is washed out underneath you when you're going through it.
And those emergency management officials also urge it's best to avoid flooded areas and follow directions from emergency alerts, especially if you're ever unsure about those conditions. Chris.